Hey, how's it going, guys? And today I'm going to show you my Borderlands 2 Mechromancer Norfleet build. For this build, you're going to need a Shock Norfleet. Mine is level 72 right now. I know you can get OP8 Norfleets. And for this build, you're going to need a lot of skill points, so I suggest doing it at level 72, or else it won't really work out as well. So you're going to need a Shock Norfleet. You're going to need the Sham Shield. Mine is only level 61. I haven't picked up a 72 one yet. On my other characters I have OP8 Shams, but that doesn't matter. So all you need is just a Sham, preferably one with 94% absorb chance. And I normally use the Bone of the Ancients for the shock damage. I know you can get different ones with different elemental damage, but I like the shock damage because for the Mechromancer, what we're going to do is really emphasize the elemental damage and mainly the shock damage. So get yourself something that helps with shock damage or just damage overall. And for this mod, it doesn't really matter what class mod you use, but I found that the Legendary Anarchist class mod for the Mechromancer really works the best. It gives you gun damage overall. It doesn't really matter about the weapon accuracy because mainly we're just going to be using the Norfleet here. And I also do have the Fire Norfleet as well, just in case, because some enemies don't really respond as well to the constant shock damage. So you just want to have a little bit of variety there. Yeah, so Legendary Anarchist class mod, basically what this build is going to be built around is this center skill tree, and specifically the Interspersed Outburst, and what we're going to want over here is the Death from Above. So if you just take a second and look at how I built this, I'll freeze it here for a sec. Over in the Best Friends Forever skill tree, you're going to want that little bit of health gain when your magazine is full, just, you know, regain the health that you probably lose over time. We want the shield one over there. We don't really need the close enough because that's more for, you know, bullets, and rockets don't really have that ability. And we want to put one in the hang on, what is this here? In the Unstoppable Force, because every single time you kill somebody, you almost double in speed. So we're going to really want that because you're going to be doing a lot of damage. Alright, and just that, you know, that's a very good ability for Death Trap. And you're probably going to need his assistance on occasion. Death Trap's pretty OP as it is, but... Alright, going over here to the middle skill tree, we have the Elemental. We need this. This is really helpful. And you get the extra 5 skill points from the Legendary Anarchist class mod. So that really helps. Put one in here for the extra ones. We're really going to focus on these two. Electrical Burn. So basically, whenever you deal shock damage to something, it has a chance to light on fire. Okay, just elemental damage when you kill something, elemental damage, and Interspersed Outburst. Now, every couple of shots, it takes a little while to build up, but every time you reload and shoot, it'll give you slag damage as well, and this works with the Norfleet. And lastly, we'll put that on. Over here in the Anarchy, we're going to need, obviously, these ones. Now, this one really, really helps out a lot, because as soon as you kill something, it restores your shield. We don't really need this because the Norfleet does enough damage already with the Anarchy that we're going to accumulate over time, so we don't really need that. Just these two, just because. This here is really going to help out a lot. Every single time you gain a stack of Anarchy, you have a 60% chance, and you get the 5 from the mod, 60% chance of getting another stack, so you can get Anarchy very, very quickly. Alright, so now these two are the most important, I believe, for this build. Every single time you start at 0 Anarchy, the first time you would get Anarchy, you get 25 instead. And this works in conjunction with the Death from Above. So basically when you shoot, and you jump and you shoot, it makes an explosion. Now, I'm calling this build the Shock Explosive Fire Norfleet. Because, Slag, I'm sorry. The Shock, Slag, Explosive, and Fire Norfleet, because basically, it's already a Shock Norfleet, and with the Electrical Burn, you have a chance to cause the fire damage. You get the Slag damage, and you get the explosive damage from over here. So you're doing a lot of elemental damage, and yeah, you know, fucking around, I will show you what I mean. So as you can see, the shock damage and the explosive damage, and we already have the anarchy. Oh, I'm on fire. Let me get a kill here. But yeah, as you can see, it's doing at least shock, explosive, and... Oh, I'm probably gonna die. Oh, okay. It's doing at least shock, explosive, and slag damage. And sometimes, if the enemy is far enough away, they'll catch on fire as well. So you're doing 4 different elements: shock, explosive, fire, and slag. 4 elements at once with this Norfleet build. That was kind of a bad example there, because I died. I was just screwing around with this earlier, and I didn't die. Oh, there we go. So now, as you can see, I shot once, and I gave him a 25 anarchy stacks. 27, actually. I'm just gonna kill these guys over here, throw my death trap out. There we go. So we had shock, explosive, and slag on that one. Oh, hang on, let me kill these guys over here. But yeah, you basically get the build. And your health is normally going to stay pretty low for this, but that'll just help with the shield regen, and you don't have to use the sham shield for this build. It just really helps with any sort of rocket launcher, especially the Norfleet, just to get the ammo back, and we're just going to kill this guy off. Okay, thank you, Death Trap. Alright, yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Take it easy.